I enjoyed the conversation we had at HSF Expo, and I was thinking like we could have something like that here also, because that was very special, and I got to learn a lot from that small talk which we had, and wanted my audience and Indian people to come across such personality like you also.
Yeah, yeah, my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
So, sir, like first of all, before going on to you or asking you anything, I want to give a quick introduction about you. So, everyone watching might be already knowing about him. So, he's Sir Ade Rai. He's from Indonesia, and the special thing about him is that he's a natural bodybuilder, and he's 54 years old. And nobody can tell that he's 54 years old by looking at him, because his physique is like people in mid 20s, and face is also like for people in mid 20s or in mid 30s. So he looks very young. He's very young by heart also, and he's a natural bodybuilder from Indonesia, one of the OG natural bodybuilders, I must say, like who led the foundation of this whole thing from the very beginning. He's one of the bodybuilder who was featured on television on ESPN. I used to remember. So this is like a very proud moment for me. A very, like I cannot describe it in words, like speaking to you right now, because there are very few people in this world whom I truly admire, and you are one of them, sir. So it's a great honor that I'm able to speak to you.
Thank you. Very kind of you. Thanks. Thank you.
So, sir, like how will you describe yourself in brief?
Oh, the question is how I describe myself. Is it?
Yes, yes, in brief.
Oh, how describe myself?
Like a
I
brief
have no
introduction
idea.
about. Yes.
Oh, a brief introduction. Okay, all right. Probably it's better I just share my story. Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
I love the sport since I was a kid. Yeah, I always involved in sports since when I was like 5 years old. I was involved in various kind of sports. I do karate, I do judo. I was a badminton player. That's why one of my favorite player also is from India. Is Prakas Padukone.
All right. That's
That's
great.
yeah, 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 yeah. And then my Indian friends told me that. Prakash has a daughter, and the daughter is more famous than the father. I said, "Oh, really? I
She's an
didn't
actress.
know." Really? Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. 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 I mean, like, I was a badminton player when Prakash was in his top of his career. Yeah. So, I do badminton until I was, I think, 16 or 17 years old. And then after that, I graduate from high school and then I get to know bodybuilding. Actually, the good thing about sports of bodybuilding is allows you to entering that sports when you are adult already, yeah, because most of the sport, like for example, like badminton, I started when I was very, very young, like when I was like 8 years old, right, 7 years old. And probably other sports also like soccer, maybe like tennis. You need to enter those sports when you were so young, yeah. But bodybuilding is the kind of sport that you can enter anytime. Yeah, that's the good thing about bodybuilding. I got introduced to weight training because I want to become arm wrestling championships at that time. I want to become arm wrestlers. So I want to enter the arm wrestling championships. So I got introduced to weight training, but at that time I end up look like a bodybuilder instead of a arm wrestler. So yeah, but I won my national arm wrestling competition. I used to be a arm wrestler champion, arm wrestling champion before I enter bodybuilding. Yeah. I study politics in Indonesia. I graduate from University of Indonesia, Faculty of Social and Political Science. But after I graduate, I decide myself that I just wanna pursue my career as a bodybuilder.
So
I
it was
always
not your love at first sight for bodybuilding, nothing like that, right? You
no no
like
no.
hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I used to be a track and field athlete also. I represent my university, compete in Asia for short put competition. Yeah, and then I was a sprinter also. So actually, I'm involved in all kinds of sports. But yeah, after arm wrestling, I end up become a bodybuilder. Yeah. But the good thing about bodybuilding is bodybuilding really saved my life. I mean, it teach me a lot about life, especially healthy lifestyle. So it's a good thing. Yeah. Since the beginning, when I started bodybuilding, I always believed that being masculinity is supposedly go hand in hand with vitality and health. I mean, when you look at the muscular physique, you associate as a healthy person. That's why I always mention to people that I don't want to just become a bodybuilding champion. I also want to become a health champion because if you're a health champion, then you're gonna also become a life champion also.
Right.
Maybe health is not the destination, but health is a fundamental requirement that we need to to fulfill before we can uh, enjoy this life and can share great things to others. Uh, Being healthy is a requirement. So bodybuilding is the wonderful tools for that. So I'm just grateful for bodybuilding. I think bodybuilding saved my life because of bodybuilding. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I have a lot of chance, opportunity to meet lots of people, have a great experience, have a great achievements. But at the same time, I mean, until today, I'm grateful that because of bodybuilding, I get introduced to healthy living. So I have this self-reliance. I don't rely on drugs, on pharmacies, on doctors, hospital, everything. I mean, I'm grateful for medical system that is available for us. But I always believe that the legacy of healthy living is independency, is self-reliance when it comes to healthy living. So bodybuilding teach me that. So I mean, I'm glad now I'm over 50 but still can maintain my health. I'm just grateful. Yeah.
So, sir, coming to my next question from this only, and very well. Do you remember I what I told you back at the HSF Expo? Like, there are very few people who live that spirit of natural bodybuilding. But now, since we didn't have that much of time back there to talk about many other things, like you told me now that you have entered many other sports before joining this bodybuilding full time. So now I can see that like you are an overall sportsman, like not just bodybuilding, but you were in love with every other aspect of sport also. So that is very good
Yes.
thing to hear.
Thank
And
you.
my second question is like, why natural bodybuilding only? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, actually, I just love all kinds of sports. But when I look at bodybuilding, I see myself not just as a sportsman. I see
Mm.
myself not just as a student, but I also see myself as an artist. Some people, an artist use, for example, painters, they use canvas as a media for them to express their art of work. For like a sculpture or carver, they use woods or stones as a media for them to express their art of work.
Mm.
For a bodybuilder, I mean, I use my body for media for me to express my art of work. I mean, that's the ultimate, I mean, like, uh, I think that's what bodybuilding is all about. Like I mentioned earlier, muscularity is supposedly go hand in hand with vitality. Bodybuilding is important for for character building, for nation building. So I mean, I believe that. And also the good thing about bodybuilding is a visual sport. I was born almost 54 years ago, 2.5 kilos as a baby. And then when I was 10 years old, I was 25 kilograms. And then when I was teenager, 16 years old, with my height is almost 6 feet, 183 centimeters. My weight at that time was 55 kilograms. So basically, I'm kind of skinny, although muscular, but skinny and tall and skinny. But because of bodybuilding introduced me to resistance training activity. Visually, I mean, physically, I look better. So I start to gain muscle, but at the same time, my body fat still the same. I mean, not that much. I mean, it's very low. So basically, I have a better body composition because of bodybuilding. So visually, as a teenagers, when I enter bodybuilding, it gives me better looking physique. So I think when I was young, I mean, like I didn't think about being healthy or whatever, but I'm sure people wants to do bodybuilding in the beginning is because they wanna look better. They don't realize is look better and feel better is synergize also. Yeah, but
Right.
at that time I wanna look better, and then bodybuilding offer me that opportunity. Yeah, I think that's the reason why I enter bodybuilding, and then also uh, feeling getting stronger, getting bigger, and then yeah, I mean, like I think that feeling, physically, mentally, I mean, like also like when you are skinny and small, you feel kind of little bit maybe, I don't know, you feel inside like you're lacking or something, right? But when you are start to get muscular, start to get bigger, stronger, then suddenly you have that confidence and everything as a young man. Yeah, at that time. So I mean, I enjoying that feeling. I think that's the reason why I enter bodybuilding. And then also at that time during late 80s, because I was started bodybuilding when since 1984, 85, right? At that time when my first competition was I think 1989, I think. uh, uh, and then I just won the competition. So it's just like that easy. Like, oh wow, they they gave me that achievement right away, so it just like motivates me even more. So my first national competition in Indonesia was 1991. I represent my states, yeah, Jakarta at that time. Although I'm Balinese, but I live in Jakarta at that time. I represent Jakarta, and then I compete in national. And then in 1993, it's my first national competition. I got second place. And then 1994, I won the national and I won overall. In 1995, I won Asia Championships. And then in 1996, I won a world champion in in America. So I mean, like, uh, my career at that time just like seems like went so fast. Yeah, I mean, like only 5 years. I mean, like in 1990, I just started as a newcomers, and then in 1995, 96, I won world champion in America. So in a natural bodybuilding organization, yeah. So I'm just grateful.
So, was
So
there
since
any
then,
kind of like resistance from your family or your parents that why like you should not pursue bodybuilding as a career, like you should go there and
Yeah. I mean, I'm grateful that my mom was a teacher. My dad was he's an army. Also, he's a lawyer. I'm grateful that I grew up with very proper parents who always support what I'm doing. They always focusing on education, so that's why they want me to finish my education first as my priority. But luckily, because I involved in bodybuilding, I can do both. I finished my school, but at the same time, I won my national, I won my Asia competition, and then my dad is just like support me all the way. And then uh, at that time when I won my first national and everything, I was appear in numerous magazine, TV, and then it's just like make my parents so proud, so they supports me all the way. My mom, like all Indians' mom, they are very good when it comes to cooking. My mom is a good was a wonderful chef, so she always prepare my food. Uh, so it's like she's playing a big part when it comes to me preparing for competition and everything. So I can still eat good food, healthy food, but at the same time taste great because of my mom. Yeah, I mean I miss my parents. My dad passed away 2003. My mom passed away 2 years ago. So it's a loss for us. But yeah, I'm grateful that they gave me that 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 modality to have a for me to have a better character. So I mean, I'm grateful that my parents support me all the way since the beginning until the end. Yes,
They are
yes,
watching you from there up above.
yes. Thank you.
So like it was great to know that you got supported very well from your family, because here in India people uh, see the culture is the problem is with the bodybuilding culture here. People
Mm,
see like tunnel vision, like they just want to do bodybuilding and they just want to rely on prize money, and because of this reason they end up on the road. So this is not
yeah,
a way to live. So what's your take on it? Like how important is to represent yourself, to sell yourself in the bodybuilding community in order to survive? Because what I believe is surviving is the ultimate goal. Like your first goal should be to ensure you're living. If you are not able
yeah.
to provide for your family, then what kind of bodybuilding are you doing? So this is a problem which I find
Yeah,
in young people of India, that they do not focus on the basic necessities and they like jump in without looking the odds. So
yeah,
wanted your
yeah.
input on it.
Yeah. I mean, the mentality is different. Yeah, of course. I mean, I couldn't agree more. I mean, I feel sorry for what happened today. I mean, especially, I mean, the world become materialistic also, but at the same time, like expensive is higher and higher, but at the same time, the income is not is not higher.
Right.
But the mentality when I was started bodybuilding is totally different because although I mean like I don't come from like a wealthy family or like I mean like my family is they're not poor but they're also not like we
we
are like
call we call like family like ours middle class here in India, middle class families
yeah
like uh,
yeah I mean like yeah I mean my dad he's an army, my mom was a teacher, so I mean like yeah it's enough, not that much also but it's enough. But the when I started bodybuilding I don't have in the back of my mind that oh I want to become a champion, I want to be rich, I want to be popular because of bodybuilding. I don't feel that way. It's just like the reason why I do that is because weight training is like my passion. Like when I look at myself, when it comes to the activity that involving uh, power and strength. It seems like at that time I feel like I'm good at it. So that's why I love it, you know. So it's just like a long time ago, people love to sing, some people love to dance, some people love to playing instrument, for example. I like to do weight training, you know, something like that, you know. So I don't imagine myself to win the big, huge competition and then get all the recognition and then opportunity. You know, I mean, I don't have that. You know, I have this what I call the the philosophy of cat's tail, the cat's tail. That's that. Do you mind if I share some story a little bit? Is that okay?
Yes, 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 definitely.
Yeah. So just imagine there's a small cat, like a kitty, like a small kitty cat. Is just like they just like go round and round and round like this. Yeah, go round and round and round.
Mm.
And then from the distance, there's a older cat came to the younger cat, to the uh, young cat and the kitty, and then asking her is like, "Hey, what are you doing?" So the small cat said that I'm chasing my tail. And then she said, "I'm chasing my tail," because
Mm.
she's doing that all the time,
Mm.
right? Like she's go round and round and round, like she's chasing her tail. And then the older cat asking her is like, "Why are you doing that?" So the smaller cat said that I want to chase my tail because I was study in a school of cats philosophy, you know, the, like in the school in my school, my teacher teaching me two things. The first of all, what the most important from the cat is the happiness, and happiness is located in my tails. So that's the reason why I'm dead, because I want to chase my happiness, so I want to chase my tails. So the old cat is just smiling and then tell the young cats said that, oh wow, I mean, like I didn't grow up like you. I mean, like I didn't get educated. I mean, I didn't go to the cat philosophy school, but I grew up just in the alley. But I couldn't agree more with you, because the most important thing from the cat is happiness, and then happiness is located in our tails. But the difference is just like, I know if I have to chase my tails, I don't think I can have it, you know, like I can just like go around all the time. But what I did is just very simple. I just do two things. First of all, I have to do something that I love the most, number one. And then number two, it has to be benefit for me and also for other cats also. If I do those two things, then I don't have to chase my tail, uh, but the end result is my tail is following me wherever I go, you know. So the moral of the story is just like that, you know. I mean, like I don't chase the success, like I want to become a world champion, I want to have lots of money, I want to have an opportunity to go abroad or become popular or whatever. I'm just like enjoying the process, you know. I mean, like I love doing bodybuilding. It doesn't matter if I won the competition or not. And then, I mean, I do it naturally, so it's nice for my body. It's good for me. It's good for my family also. They never, I don't, they don't get bothered because of me being sick or whatever, right?
Mm.
So, and then suddenly, because I love this sport so much, and then I love my training, and then I improved my training, and then suddenly I got improvement from my physique, you know. And then suddenly when I compete, in the beginning probably I didn't win the competition, but the next competition I start to get better and better and then better, and then suddenly that tails, that happiness, that success is just like following me wherever I go. So I think that's the mentality that I have it until today. So that's the thing that I always share to others, to fellow athletes in Indonesia. I told them it's just like, I mean, like, if you have goals, wants to become a champion, or I mean, it's fine, but don't. Uh, I probably consider that not as a goal, but I consider that as an intention. I mean, I have
Hmm.
that intention also. I define intention as a desire with no attachment. So basically, I don't attach. But I have that desire, yes. When I compete, when I training, hey Ade, you want to become a good bodybuilder? Yes. You want to be a better bodybuilder? Yes. You want to be ultimate the best bodybuilder that you can be? Yes. But if I didn't win the competition, it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. So that's why I mean, like I I define the intention as a desire with no attachment. So I don't have that attachment, but because I do it anyway, and then yeah, I mean, I enjoying what I'm doing. Lucky, like improvement is following me. I get better and better, and then yeah, it's nice. There's a wise man saying like this: it's like the greatest danger is not that you aim too high that you cannot reach it, but the greatest danger is if you aim too low, then that's what you do. So I mean, like, I aim that high. I remember when I started, it's like, hey Ade Rai, you go to uni first, no steroid, you cannot make it. It's that kind of that kind of encouraging when I started, and I said, yeah, but the thing is, why should I take something just to make me has a better achievement? I always feels like uh if I rely on substance, yeah, if I rely on drugs, or if I rely on even supplements at that time, yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to let the fate of my feelings depends on the availability of the things. I mean, like, can you imagine, like, if they're available, then you look good. If they're not available, you don't look good. If it works, then I mean, like, that
Hmm.
kind of thing, that I don't want to put myself in that situation. I grew up watching my father. He's an army. When you're thinking about an army, you're thinking about knights. You're thinking about warriors. Yeah.
Hmm.
What's good about the character of the knights or the warriors is like, I mean, like, they have that courage. They have that, like, bravery when you
Hmm.
look
They
at
never give up.
their face. Yeah. So I have to be brave to myself that if I cannot make it, then I don't need drugs or whatever it is to support me. I mean, like, probably people uh, has a different mentality nowadays, because the like the definition of success is more like a possession. It's more like achievement, something like that. Yeah, but to me, I always, I mean, like, I want uh, use bodybuilding just to also build my character. So I mean, like, if I can, it's just like, brother, do you know what karate means? You know what
Yes, yes.
karate means?
Karate is martial art, right?
Yeah, yeah. Karate means is bare hand fightings.
Hmm.
Karate means bare hand fightings. Bare hand fightings is like you don't use weapons, right?
Right. Hmm.
You use your own body. You use your own hands. You use your
Hmm.
own strength. You don't use supporting tools from outside. You use your own body. That's it. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I consider being bodybuilder also as a being a karateka. So it's like, I'm a bare hand fighter when it comes to bodybuilding. So I don't rely on supplements. I don't rely on drugs. I don't rely on anything. I mean, like, I have to look inside, look within. It's the same thing also when I look at the policy of being healthy, right? If you
Hmm.
want to become healthy, I mean, like, you can look outside or you can look inside. When you look outside, they call it curative. Curative means Means like you're looking for the best drugs, you're looking for the best medicine, you're looking for the best operation, you're looking for the best doctor, the best hospital and everything, which is fine. It's not wrong or anything. I mean, it's fine. I mean, like there's one way, one option. It's like you wanna be healthy by looking outside. Yeah, so it's fine. But the consequences is like you usually you have to pay more, and
Hmm.
then also the consequences is like sometimes there's side effects. Yeah. But there's another option when it comes to looking to become healthy is like look within, not look without, right? You just go
Hmm.
inside. So go inside means like you are focusing on your behavior. So that means it's called preventive and promotive instead of curative. It's easy and then also it's cheap rather than it's complicated and it's expensive, yeah, when it comes to medicine. So,
Hmm.
but what you need to do is you need to change your behavior. So you pay attention on what you are eating, you pay attention on what you are moving, which is you do sports, you do activity, exercise, right? And then you pay
Hmm.
attention on what you are breathing and you are thinking. Yeah. So probably if you choose these options, I mean this way, you go within, you go inside. All you need to do is just change your behavior. Then you can also be healthier as well. So that's why in bodybuilding it's the same thing. You can be an enhanced athlete with all of the tools, with gear that you are using. But there's another option also. I mean, if you're a natural bodybuilder, you are become self-reliance independent athletes. Yeah. Probably not as good visually compared to the enhanced one, but I mean, I think that's the warrior and the knights is all about. That's who I am.
So, yeah, very, very well said and very well explained. I don't think like anybody would be able to put it like that deeply and precisely the way you did. So it was great. And also, coming to my next question, like this is what I have already asked you at the HSF Expo back then, but the answer was so satisfying that I want my audience also to get to know it. So, like there are low phases in life, like where you don't feel that good about yourself. Like it comes and it comes and happens with me as well. Like I don't feel good about myself sometimes. Like I think like, oh, that guy is taking steroids and is progressing so fast. Why can't I walk on that path? So whenever I get discouraged about myself, I think about taking steroids, and it happens to youngsters like me and other people who are new into this natural bodybuilding, have not worked out for that long. They get discouraged and they think about walking on that path. So has that ever happened with you?
Uh, yeah. I mean, actually it's normal. Yeah. I mean, like, can you imagine? I mean, like, if you are let's say you're asking advice from naturals, for example, you need to work very hard, you need to train very hard, you need to pay attention, your diet has to be stricter at you have to be stricter, but at the same time the progress that you get is going to be very slow, you need to take it easy, very very slow, yeah. But when you're listen to the drug dealers, all you need to do just follow this instruction. You can still eat anything. You can just train lousy, but you get fast results. You get fast progress. So when you compare that situation, I mean, it's like no brainer. Of course, you wanna take the fastest faster routes, right? So
Hmm.
I understand that situation. But the thing is, there's a saying goes like this: if it sounds too good to be true, usually it is, right?
Hmm.
So I mean, like when if you have uh, intellect, if you have intelligence when it comes to money, or financially, for example, you know that you have to work very hard, you have to be creative just to be success when it comes to money wise, yeah, when it comes to become financial, uh, they call it financial what, independent, something
Independence.
like that. Yeah, yeah, independent. If you are financially independent, right? You have
Mm.
to work very hard. You have to learn. You study and everything. Yeah, there is no such thing as like a shortcut or whatever, right? Yeah.
Mm.
So I mean, in every area, they always give you that advice, and then suddenly in bodybuilding, like everybody can take the fastest route, and then yeah, I mean like if 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 in bodybuilding suddenly everything is become that easy, I mean like it's supposedly happening also in other area, but other area don't have that also. So what I'm trying to say here is this: the opposite of courage is not as much as fear, but is what we call it conformity. It's like people, they're not brave enough uh,
Mm.
uh, to go that route, the hardest, like with the pain barrier and everything. They don't want to go there. They want to find the easy way, right? Yeah, but
Mm.
the thing is like if you need approval from others, you need conformity. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, sometimes is, uh, yeah, when I look at myself, I don't feel like yeah, I'm a brave person. I have that courage. I mean, like, there's a in my head, I always said that what is the difference between champion and not champion? Champion can go through pain barrier, right? So this is pain barrier to me. I mean, like, you need to go through that pain barrier. so so with those easy way, like with drugs and everything. I mean, in the beginning, it looks nice. It's fine. It looks like this is the way. But at the end, you have to live with the consequences. I mean, not just in Bali, in Indonesia, not just in India. We believe in what we call it, the law of karma pala. Is
Mm.
karma, right? Karma means action, uh, means the law of cause and effects, right?
Mm.
So if you put something in your body that you have no idea what it is, and then suddenly give you that much strength, that much power, that much better looking, yeah, but you have to live with the consequences. So, I mean, like, I think that's it. I guess I mean like I'm grateful that I grew up with my dad always told me that you want to cheat in your test, it's fine, it's okay. I mean you can still pass the test and then you get your degree and everything. But at the end of the day, when you are in society, it's not the what it counts is like your ability, right? So if you are a
Mm.
cheater, then yeah, I mean like. You have to live with the consequences. I mean, like, I don't want to live with that consequences, And then,
Mm.
especially when I look at my body, also, I feel like I'm not as strong as other people. People can smoke all day, eat everything, and then they still healthy. Me,
Mm.
I mean, like, I already pay attention on what I'm eating, and then I train every day. Still, I get sick also. So when I so I don't when I look at drugs, performance enhancement drugs and everything, I don't feel like that's the kind of path that I want to go through. But I mean I'm not saying that I wanna judging others. Yeah, I always feels like everybody have their own journey. Everybody have their own path. I mean like I always remember the wise man said like this. It's like If you want to become a wise man, is always learn from other people's mistake. It's easier and it's cheaper. Smart men learn from their own mistake, which is probably more expensive because you have to take that thing,
Suffer.
and then you got sick, and then you start to realize, oh wow, wow, this is not good, right? Yeah. But the stupid people never learn from their own mistake. Actually, there is
Hmm.
no such thing as a stupid people. But if if someone said that you are stupid or they are stupid, it's just because if you're asking them why are they not learning from their own mistake, and they said it's like it's because it's not my mistake, it's other people's mistake. Stupid people is always blame others, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
So the thing with the blame game is always followed by justify game. Everybody's wrong, I'm right, right? But
Hmm.
the curse of the blame and justify game, there's another game that you have to play. It's called complaint game. The funny thing
Hmm.
is like you're the right one, others are the wrong one, right? But the funny part is like you're the one that complain. So it's the same thing also with the drug user. I mean, they're the big one. They're the strongest one. They're the probably the most popular one. They're the one the IBB Pro one. They're the one that get more sponsor. They're the one there get more viewers, more likes, more followers, more everything. But at the same time, they're the one that complaining. They're the one that insecure, especially insecure with the natural bodybuilder who the career is nothing. That's why it's kind of funny when you look at that situation. So yeah, I mean like yeah, I mean it is what it is. I mean everybody have their own journey. So I mean I don't want to judge people. I mean like it's fine. But if you are wise enough, I mean it's kind of nice to learn from other people's mistakes. But if you want to do it yourself, you want to take your chance, and then oh I need to take drugs because drugs can makes me what maybe popular, and then I can get money and everything. I mean like when it comes to happiness, uh, I have my own recipe, brother. When it comes to happiness, I took this recipe is not from me actually, but it's from all the knowledge out there, right? Yeah. So
Hmm.
the recipe of happiness they said is like a set point in your brains plus condition of living plus voluntary choices then equals happiness. So your set point in your brain contribute 40 to 45% of your happiness. Condition of your living, of our living right now, is contribute only 6, maximum 12% to your happiness. And then the decision that you make every day, which is your voluntary choices,
Hmm.
it contribute the rest, which is almost another 40 another
Hmm.
40% yeah. So what I'm trying to say is just like, can you imagine like your mindset, the way you look at things, your mindset, your set point in your brains is contribute like 45% of your happiness. And then the decision that you make every day, the decision that you make every day, what it means is like there is no such thing as like it's too late. There's no such thing as too late. I mean, you can decide now. Although right now you have a like very lousy, unhealthy habit that you still adopt right now, still there's a chance for you to change, and then you decide, okay, from now on, I want to quit smoking. From now on, I want to pay attention on my eating. I want to do exercise and everything, right? So I mean, like, can you, when you look at that recipe of happiness, condition of living, which is like, or your ego, which is your possession, your achievements, your reputation, this only contributes 6%. Why? Because human beings, they are that smart. Now you have that success. Now you have that nice mobile, that's nice automobile, nice house, nice money and everything. But the things with this human body is like you get adapt. You adapt with that situation. Once you adapt it, then suddenly you want more. right? Once you want more, then it's like it doesn't matter how much you have. It's just like because you are lacking of gratitude, then you want more and more and more, and then that's why condition of living only contribute only 6 to 10% only. So that's why I mean like to be happy. I mean like if you're in your head telling that I need to become a successful bodybuilder, IFBB Pro, won the championship, then I will be happy. Then I'm afraid you're gonna be disappointed. So that's why I'm saying it's like change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. You know, so it's kind of nice to adopt all the uh, like the encouragement rather than disencouragement. You know, I mean, like our mind is the accumulation of the data and the information that we are gathered. So make sure that the data, the information that you are gathered is like something that is accurate, something that is strengthening your heart rather than the other way around. You know, sometimes it's just like you have the wrong data, and then suddenly you identify with that inaccurate data. For example, like I don't think I can get big without steroid. There is no such thing as a natural bodybuilding. And then, oh, no way that you can be improved without taking this, taking that, or something like that. You know, I mean, like, if you want to feel that way, it's fine. And you're not wrong, of course, not. Henry Ford said once, a long, long time ago, said, like, uh, if you think you can, or if you think you cannot, both you are right. So it's the same thing also. If you think you cannot be a successful athlete, bodybuilder without drugs, you are right also. But there's another guys with drugs, without drugs, you are right. But also there's a guy like me also. I always believe that I don't rely on drugs. I mean, you can be successful uh, anytime, anywhere. You know, what I mean, like just as long as you're in the right path. So I mean, like I have that that knowing. So I mean, yeah.
I remember when I spoke to you there at HSF, I asked you the same question, like, have you ever thought of hopping to steroids like in the past? So you gave me this answer, like the sentence
Three
which you said.
questions to myself. Yeah,
Yeah, that I questioned to myself, like, can I, Ade,
yeah,
can I do better? Can I do better? Can I do better? So
yeah, yeah. So I have that question all the time in my head when people give me that come on idea, let's take this, take this. I mean, like you can be improved. I have that this three question in my head. The first question is like this is what I call intrapersonal communication. It's just like I'm talking to myself, basically. Yeah. So I'm asking myself, it's just like, hey, Ade, can you improve your training now? Can you still improve, or I mean, like you cannot improve anymore? And then I told myself, but I have to be honest, right? Because when it comes to intrapersonal communication, when it comes to talking to yourself, you have to be honest. That's the requirement, right? So I mean I'm grateful that I mean I always exercise that all the times in my head, you know. So when people offering me steroids, first of all I ask myself, it's like, hey Ade, do you think that you can still improve your training? And then my answer is always yes, I can still improve because at that time, I mean like I'm still in lousy gym with the lack of equipments and everything. And then also, I mean, at that time, I have no idea about like the training strategy, this and that. So I said to myself, just like, with this very limited thing, I can still see my progress. I mean, can you imagine if I'm smarter, if I have a better facilities, then I can be, of course, I can be improved. Yeah. So the first question that I answer is like, yes, I can still improve. The second question to myself is just like, hey, Ade, what about your diet? Can you still improve your diet little bit more than today? Can you still improve? And then I told myself, it's like, yeah, I can still improve a lot. I mean, like when I look at my food, I mean, like it's fine, it's nice, it's everything, but I mean, like if can have a better source of nutrients, I can have a better source of protein and everything, yeah. If I can eat more protein, for example, if I can less cheating, for example, then the answer is the same thing also. It's like, yeah, 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 I can still better by improving my diet. Okay. And then the third one that I ask myself is just like, hey, Ade, do you can still be better today regarding besides training and dieting, probably the knowledge, for example, yeah. Like I told myself, like, yeah, I mean, like, can you imagine, Brother Satvik? At that time, I was 25 years old. I was living in a year of 90s, yeah, during 90s, right? And I live in Indonesia. Indonesia in India is same thing also during 90s. You couldn't find that much fitness center. You couldn't find that much books or I mean, of course, there is no internet, no social media, and everything, right? But I look at myself, look at my body uh, in the mirror, and then I said like, I'm looking not that bad. And then I compete in the world, and then I won. So I mean, like, I'm just grateful. I mean, bodybuilding is not a rocket science. Bodybuilding is not that that complicated. I mean, like, I'm not that smart person who lives in Indonesia with a very limited facility. I can still look like that. Nowadays, people, they look their friends, they look good, and then say like, "Hey, there's no way you can be that good. You must be taking something." So can you imagine? I mean, like, oh wow, yeah. So nowadays, people is like, yeah, got polluted, especially in their head. Like, yeah, I'm not blame them because, like I told earlier, our mind is the accumulation of the data, that information that you are gathered, and then most of the data, the information that you get it from the drug users community. So that's why they always said it's impossible. So yeah, I mean, like, it's fine. Yeah, but I mean, like, someday all my Indian brothers come to Indonesia. You spend times with me for 1 week, and then you'll see what I'm doing, and then probably it will open your mind. I mean, I don't do anything. I just rely on food. I rely on nature. I rely on trees. I rely on rivers. I rely on sea. Yeah, something that you can catch. Yeah, I don't rely on. Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful there's plenty of technology, especially when it comes to the equipment. I mean, nowadays the equipment are very, very wonderful. Yeah, when you look at the fitness center, the equipment are nice. At that time, I grew up with the free weights, right? I mean, like, I won world champion. Also, I never try like the chest press machine, the Cybex, live fitness, what Technogym. I mean, all the most famous branded. Yeah, I never used that. I mean, I won Massamania World at that time in 1995. I grew up with the local Indonesian equipment. It's called muscle. It was produced in east part of Java in Malang, Jawa Timur. So with the very limited facilities, but with the huge intention in my heart, and then also I'm willing to work very hard, and then I'm willing to study hard. Yeah, I mean, like, I want to find out how to optimize my physique, make the most out of my body. So I mean, I'm grateful that I got a chance to create a good achievement. I mean, I'm just grateful. Yeah, I won Mr. Asia, IFBB Mr. Asia 1995 until 1998. Yeah. In year 2000, I stopped competing because at that time I decided to focusing on promoting bodybuilding and healthy living in Indonesia. So I focusing at that time my priorities more on like creating that industry, like provide facilities to others, provide education and everything. So that's why we have a fitness school in Indonesia. I have a fitness center in Indonesia. We have 14 now throughout Indonesia. Jakarta, Bali, I have in Bandung, in West Java, also have in. I'm just grateful. I mean, like since the year 2000, which is 23 years ago, I mean, I stopped competing as a competitive bodybuilder, but I don't stop training, dieting, and everything. I still doing it until today. That's why I mean I'm so grateful that every time I got offered to do guest posting, I mean like I will do it because it gives me focus. What you are focusing, that's where your energy flows, right? So
Right.
I use that to still training and everything. I mean like competition is not my priority anymore, but I'm just grateful that every time people invite me, especially last time when Jit Salal and Himalayan Sports Festival invite me to participate in their event. I mean, I'm so grateful. I appreciate what you guys doing, especially uh, a person or a people who has the same like mind, uh, uh, like me also. Promoting natural bodybuilding, promoting healthy bodybuilding. So I mean, like I will support all the way. I mean, like, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like a sentence which you just said, where you focus, that's where your energy flows. So I saw a video of yours in which you were
Yes.
talking about like this energy flow, and you are talking about this epigenetic control. So what according to you is like importance of genetics, and how can you go beyond your genetics?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's not about genetic, but the expression of the genetic, what it means is the environment. Yeah, environment means its behavior. Yeah, sometimes you can have a bad genetics. Probably you can have lack of this, lack of that from your parents or from your ancestor. But at the end of the day, is all about your behavior. I mean, what I appreciate the most about bodybuilding, especially natural bodybuilding, is like they teach you to have a proper behavior when it comes to healthy living. So yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
And also, like let me tell you guys, like when we were having a chat or talk at HSF, I asked Sir Ade Rai about his children. I asked him like your son might also be in bodybuilding, and to my surprise I came to know that like he does not have any children. So I was shocked, kind of shocked. Wow, what is this?
Yeah, no, the thing is sometimes when it comes to the definition of success, sometimes it's like success means you have family. Sometimes success means you have children's. Success means your children's go to US and then probably graduate from the best university, something like that. Yeah, so it's like you let other people's to write down your own success. So to me, I mean like has nothing to do with that. I mean like I'm grateful if I can have my own children is fine. It's nice. It's okay. I mean I'm grateful. But since a long time ago, I grew up with a very I mean in a big family. Yeah, I mean like four of us. And I also have cousins and everything, so it's just like plenty of people already. So I feel like yeah, I mean like when I grew up, I just thought it's just like probably I just it's fine. I mean like when you look at the world right now, the world uh, should be thankful to to all of us who doesn't have a children because we don't give them another problem. Yeah, too much problem. Also in India and Indonesia, yeah, we are known as a country who has like the biggest population, and then look at us. I mean, like so many poverty everywhere. Because I think we're just like too much. Sometimes we wanna like in Singapore, it's only couple millions people. They can arrange those people very well, and then for us is like wow, like 100 millions, and then India is over billions. So I can imagine. I mean, it's like the challenge that we have to deal. So I mean, like I'm helping India and Indonesia not to get another problem by not having a children. But I have 21 children in the form not as a human being, but as a cat being.
Oh,
So I have 20 cats. Yes.
so you are a firm believer of cat philosophy then.
I'm helping abandoned cats on the street. So yeah, yeah. I don't buy cats for fun or for hobby. Just helping cats from the street. So yeah.
Nice, that's great. I liked your idea about being inclusive to the world and not being exclusive, like back where
I,
when we
yeah,
talk.
yeah. Yeah. No, because people sometimes they're struggling to be exclusive, right? Yeah, but I think it's supposed to be the other way around. We need to be more inclusive. I mean, it's like when it comes to ego, yeah, sometimes people can. Oh, you're very egoist, for example, like when people say that to you, it's like, oh, you're very egoist. Why egoist? Because you only think about yourself. But
Hmm.
the thing is, what the funny part is when you're thinking about your family, suddenly you're not egoist because they said it's like, oh, I'm thinking about my family. But actually, your family, but you don't care about other family, right? Yeah. So that
Hmm.
basically you're also egoist also, but instead of yourself egoist, you're a group egoist. So it's the same thing also. Like, I don't care about other country. I only care about India. I don't care about other country. I only care about Indonesia. So it seems like you're very nationalistic, like your nationalism. So it's good. Yeah, but still you're also uh, group ego is egoistic also. So I mean, like, yeah, I don't see other people as like, oh, we're different because you're not Indonesia or you're not Balinese or you're not Asian or and then suddenly what else? I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, at the end of the day, I mean, like, we're all different, right? Yeah, I mean, like, difference from background, from religion, from everything. But um at the end of the day, I mean, basically we are the same. Yeah, I mean, same as a human being, yes.
Hmm.
Same as I mean, if you wanna talk more, I mean, like, we're just uh, we're just human being. We are a conscious being also, and we are yeah. So basically the same. Just the cover is different, maybe the skin and the culture and everything. But I don't see myself exclusive or yeah, something like that. Yeah. Also bodybuilding. Sometimes people is just like, oh, I mean, like, you have that good physique, and then there's a certain kind of personality that goes along that 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 looks. I don't do that. I mean, like typical bodybuilder, they act a certain way, something like that. I don't feel that way. That's
Hmm.
why my hair is long, because long time ago all the big bodybuilders, they have a crew cut like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
I
oh,
feel like, why?
that's great.
Like, always typical like that. And then sometimes if you're have a big muscle, sometimes you also have a like a big voice, and then you
Hmm.
have to be tough. And then what else, like that kind of narrative that people create for you,
Hmm.
including the path of your success. If you're a successful athlete, you need to become a movie star. If you're a movie star, then you need to become a businessman. If you have become a businessman, successful businessman, now it's time for you to become a successful politician, and then someday probably you can run for president. Like that kind of that kind of path is like so typical that they they will tell you to do that, you know. So yeah, I don't follow that. Yeah.
Anyways, it was really nice talking to you, sir. I think that I have taken a lot of your time, and you might have some things else to do apart from this. So it was really nice speaking to you. It was really nice having you here. And what I told you at
Thank
HSF also, like I want to show you around here in India as well. So whenever you get time, just let me know whenever you are here in India. Like I
yeah,
will
thank you,
show around
brother.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, brother. I promise. Yeah, next time, hopefully,
Yes,
if
yes.
I get invited again, we'll see each other again.
Yeah, all right.
Then I will.
Definitely.
I'll spend more time. Next time, I'll spend more time. Okay.
Yes. Because there is no end to talking. You know, when I'm sitting with you, because there is so much to grasp from you, so much to learn from you. Like
Thank
I
you.
don't even know where to stop. So it's that.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate this. Yeah. Thanks.
Anyway, sir, it was really nice speaking to you. It was my pleasure having you, and my channel is honored to have a guest like you over here. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
likewise, brother. Likewise, brother. Thank you so much. My regards to all the fellow competitors from India, also all the fitness mania all over India. I mean, I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, brother. Take care. We
Bye.
stay in touch, yeah?
Bye.
Okay.
Yes,
Bye.
brother. Sir.
Thank you. Namaste. Thank you.